Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Schnut or Schnutty here, and first and foremost, I want to thank you guys so much for 13 subscribers. That was such a crazy thing to look at when I checked my phone this morning. Like, you guys are fucking amazing, each and every one of you. You guys are the best. So, with all things aside, I won't stall anymore. Let's get into the story. This is about how I got jumped my sophomore year of high school. The story will start off when I was sitting in my bedroom. I was chilling with one of my boys. We were like 16 years old, and we were like fucking with people on Snapchat because we were bored. And these girls who really hated us, they were having a party with some other people we didn't know. And so we texted them and we were like, yo, can we come up to this party? And they were like, fuck no. And so we were like, oh, type shit. And we like argued with them. We fucked with them for a little bit. We like told them we were gonna come down anyways and all this bullshit. And then we noticed that they had like the Snapchat location on, and so we were like, alright, let's log onto our computer and fuck with them. And so we changed our Snapchat location with an app you can get on your PC, and we like put it down like next to the party, like a block away. And we told them that we were like outside and we were ready to pull up, and they were like freaking out. They were searching the neighborhood for us, just tweaking. And we were just trolling them in my room. Like, it was actually so funny, and they were just getting so mad. So they finally realized that we're fucking with them, and this dude just grabbed, like, this dude we don't even know, and he just grabs the phone, and he's like, it's probably good you guys don't come down, like, beat the shit out of you. And we're like, word? Well, if it's like that, like, we'll pull up then. And so they slip us the address, and we tell my little brother, who's just a year younger than me, and he was like, alright, I'm coming with. And so then we ran into the issue of none of us have driver's license or cars, and so we made a really poor choice of stealing my parents' car, and we drove it like an hour and a half across the state to this function. We pulled up outside, and like 7 dudes walked out, and we were like, fuck. And keep in mind, it was like 3 in the morning. So like 7 dudes walk out, and the 3 girls we were arguing with, this one girl's like so fucking mad, and she's like hitting on my friend, and he's just kind of taking it. He doesn't know what to do. And me and my brother are standing there while they're like arguing, and these dudes start like talking shit to us. And there's like this small kid, like the smallest of the group, and he like looks at me and he's like, your punk ass is just standing over there, like, why don't you come over here? And so I walked up to him, and I was like, what the fuck, like, what's good? And he was like, oh, so now you're just gonna pick on the smallest kid in the group? Like, go over to that kid over there. And he points at this other short kid, but he has some bulk on him. And I walk over, and I'm like, what's up, big man? And he's like, oh, I've been waiting for this. I just slugged some pre-workout. And so this fucking kid takes his shirt off, and he's just got, like, he's ripped. I'm not gonna lie. Like, fight aside, the kid looks good. And so I'm like, fuck. We, like, put our dukes up, we square up, and he throws a punch, and he, like, throws a straight jab at me. And my inner ninja Navy SEAL just came out, and I slipped that shit to the right, and I just haymakered him real nice. And he was like going down, and I followed him, and I got in a good like 3 punches before like this real tall kid like came up behind me, and he grabbed my hoodie and he yanked me to the floor. And so I was on my back, and they're like both kicking on me and shit. And I'm like, I didn't know what to do. But I seen an opening, so I did the only thing I could think of, and I just reached up, and I pulled this kid down on top of me, and I used to wrestle, so I just kind of rolled him over on his back. He put me in, like, this, like, thigh hold, so he had my neck, and I was just hitting him in the side, and I stand up, and then his buddy just decks me in the nose, and so I was like, a good punch to the nose is gonna send blood everywhere, make your eyes water. So I stepped back real quick. I was, like, reanalyzing the situation. And I see my brother, like, getting his ass kicked by 2 dudes. I see my friend, like, getting surrounded by 3 dudes. And then he whips out a pocket knife, and they all, like, scatter. This one kid calls him a pussy, and so he throws the pocket knife and starts fighting him. And so I was gonna run over and help my brother out, and I just got, like, blindsided. And so I was fighting this kid getting fucked up, and I was finally just like, yeah, bro, we gotta fucking leave, like, this is not gonna go our way. And so we run over to the car, and within like seconds, my boys were there with me, and we were getting in the car, and these dudes like surrounded it, and they were like hitting on the car and shit, and I was like, alright, bro, fuck this. And I just started like hammering the horn, And so I see all these people like starting to peek out from their like windows and stuff, and I'm like, alright, that's good. And so they're walking away from the car. I'm starting to drive away. My boy rolls down the window and grabs this like plastic water bottle that's full of water, and he just fucking chucks it at this dude. Back of the head, connects so well, and we like spin around, and we're driving past their house, and they throw a water bottle at our car, and I was like, fuck no. And I slammed on the brakes, and I was about to hop out, and I like felt my hand and my nose and like the side of my head, and I was like, dude, this is not, I could not fight right now. I will get the shit beat out of me. And we just peeled off. And I remember like sitting there, we pulled off like right after we got out of the neighborhood, and we were sitting in this gas station, and I tried to breathe out of my nose, and I just sprayed blood like everywhere. It was so bad, like I was so fucked up. But you know, that leads me to my next point. Don't ever do any of this stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you again for 13 subscribers. Like, oh my god, that means so much to me. But you know, have a good day, guys. Peace.